everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to HQ Trivia. I'm Beric Livingstone, and have you seen that Aston Martin is making 25 replica James Bond DB5s? That's the beautiful silver one from the 60s and Goldfinger, Thunderball, as well as some Pierce Brosnan, the Daniel Craig movies. Oh my God! They're going to have all the gadgets like the revolving number plates, the bulletproof screen. The only downside is they're going to be £3.3 million each. Maybe we can all chip in and do like a carpool. Can you imagine the carpool karaoke fun you could have with an ejector seat? You could get James Corden as one of the first guests. It'd be amazing. I want it. Okay, let's start getting rich. You know the score, and the prize is 50 score, £1,000, yours to win or split if you can get all 12 trivia questions correct. Get a question wrong and you can still watch the game. Use an extra life if you have one to get back in. Get an extra life by inviting friends to play or playing for a streak of days. Let's drive on to Q1. Which of the following is the name of a musical instrument? Ukulele, Machiavelli, Halle Berry. Speaking of musical instruments, have you heard the Hornucopian drone pipe? It's a 3D printed instrument. It sounds like a didgeridoo down a sewer. Amazing. But anyway, people would certainly practice more, but Halle Berry is not an instrument. More tiki than sneaky, it's the ukulele. Yes, name means jumping flea, and jumping to victory, 71,300 of you. The little guitar may be dominating our house parties now, but was first twanged in the 19th century in Hawaii. Q2. Which of the following is a successful basketball shot from on the three-point line? Finger pointer, what's the pointer, three-pointer. Some great basketball terms like alley-oop, that's a high pass that someone else dunks. Now, if you went for what's the pointer, then I could ask you the same thing. Sinking a treble, of course, it's a three-pointer. Yes, a trifecta. And pointing the way to the right answer, 68,248. Slam dunks are usually worth 2 points, but if I leap from the three-point line to the basket, I'll let you know how I get on. Now, coming up on Thursday night is our next theme night. This one is art. From paintings to performance, Botticelli to Banksy. Check it out. It will be fun. It will not be too highbrow. Meanwhile, hi to Chris. Sorry it was too early for a tux, but you can imagine one. To Nikki, Faraday and Dean, Ryan, to Kate and the Geo Info crew. Happy belated birthday to Georgina Hughes, and hi to Tim Shires, DJ extraordinaire. On to Q3. What was the name of Nintendo's handheld console first released in 1989? Game Boy, Game Guy, Game Lad. Nintendo was actually founded 100 years before that in 1889. Early for a video game manufacturer, but they used to make playing cards. Fact fans. It was the only way to play games on the go, but who do we gather a stash of AA batteries for? Cartridges at the ready, because it's the Game Boy. And the game is still on for 67,300 of you. The pocket-sized console that sold over 100 million units, which is a lot of family car trips made bearable. Q4. On which part of the body would you typically find a 5 o'clock shadow? Back, face, leg. Bit of a personal question if you ask me. But, each to his own. Where would you normally find it? We all know when it's turning up, but where will you find that 5 o'clock shadow? Right on the money maker, it's the face. Yes, coined in the 1930s by a shaving company, 56,473 of you got that right. 5,836 people have a 5 o'clock shadow on their back. Unfortunate, but there you go. Each to his own. It's the stubble that appears on a man's face some hours after shaving, around the 5 o'clock mark if he shaved that morning. Yes. Okay, Q5. A person described as a prestidigitator does what? Conjuring tricks, manicures, shorthand reports. This is a word coined in the 1840s, and there's a French word, prestidigitateur, which is the same kind of thing. It may sound like a drunken dinosaur, but what does a prestidigitateur actually get up to? Manipulating your OMG glands, they do conjuring tricks. Yes, nothing up my sleeve, a sleight of hand for 20,667, but this was the first savage question of the day. Because 27,798 thought it was shorthand reports. And 7,000 thought manicures. Sorry about that. No, it's conjuring tricks. Okay, well, let's conjure our way on to Q6. The title character in which of these children's rhymes is believed to have been based on an English MP? Bobby Shafto, Humpty Dumpty, Jack Horner. If you don't know the rhyme, press something in the time. We've voted in some pretty bizarrely named politicians, but we've never had a Humpty Dumpty in the House. Well, not one by name, anyway. The MP for rhyming couplets is Bobby Shafto. Oh, my goodness. 2010 got that right, but this was a super-duper savage question because nearly 14,000 thought it was the Eggman himself. Another 6,000 thought Jack Horner. Oh, my goodness. 2,000 left in the game at Q6. Well, 2,036 of you using extra lives to get back in, which was a smart move. Q7. Which TV series had an episode called Home that received a viewer discretion warning? The X-Files, The Walking Dead, Twin Peaks. This episode was so scary it was only aired once and then it was banned from being shown by its main network ever again. These are 3 shows that put me behind the sofa, but who flat out ordered me to get back there. Going X-rated in the 90s, it was the X-Files. Yes, X marks the spot. 1,827 of you knew it. The Fox network banned it, and I've been explicitly told not to mention any of the gross stuff that happened. So let's move on. Q8. Which of these was used by native Australians primarily for communicating over great distances? Bull roarer, gumleaf, boomerang. I was listening to some Indigenous Australian music today. Gurumul is brilliant. See the link in my Twitter if you want to find out more. And you could try using a boomerang, but it's going to be a very one-sided conversation. Even louder than its name suggests, it's the bull roarer. Yeah, and roaring on to the right answer, 644. Should we call this savage? I'll call it a little bit beastly. So many difficult questions in this game. A little bit beastly here. Now, a bull roarer may look like a thin slat of wood on a piece of string, but spin that sucker over your head and you can hear it for miles. Yeah, bull roarer, the right answer. Q9. Which of these countries had the highest number of foreign overnight visitors in 2016? Thailand, Germany, Mexico. Who had the closest to a tourist takeover? 3 captivating countries, but who was invaded by the most selfie stick wielders? Saying no, but getting 9, it's Germany. Germany, yeah, a bit Germanic it was. 300 of you got it right. Another tricky question here. We lost over half of you. LBB, but not savage. Germany welcomed 35.6 million visitors that year, but France topped the list with 82.6 million. It's all about the Euro Disney, baby. Okay, Q10. In 2017, which actor announced plans to launch an alcoholic beverage named after his daughter? George Clooney, Kelsey Grammer, Ryan Reynolds. I love a bit of a celebrity beverage. Do you remember Mansanth? That was Marilyn Manson's drink. Or that Sven wine, Sven-Goran Eriksson's wine. Nah, yeah, don't bother. Anyway, it's exactly the kind of thing we'd expect Deadpool to do, but Ryan was not behind this one. Raising a glass of his daughter to his daughter, it's Kelsey Grammer. Yep, and good with grammar, 85 of you, but oh my goodness, another savage question. 208 going for Ryan Reynolds. Yep, he made that gin brand and is well known for it. George Clooney, of course, making the tequila. It was Kelsey Grammer who made the one we're looking for here. All right, this has been a super savage show. 2 to go. Q11. Which of these plants was named by a Danish botanist in tribute to his German student? Edelweiss, Freesia, Gadisha. A bit of gardener's question time on Q11. Just 85 left. Now, it may sound the part, but Edelweiss is just German for noble white. The warmest of gestures with the chilliest of names. It's Freesia. Yes, Friedrich Frieser was named after. And ice cool 28 of you, but another 70 eliminated. Do I call it savage? There's just so much savagery. It's just been a beastly old game for a lot of you. Okay, 28. Winning that one. Now, hay fever tablets at the ready because we're cross-pollinating into the final round. With 4 people using extra lives to get back in. We started off with thousands and thousands and thousands. There's just 28 left in. And £1,000 on the table. This is going to be an exciting one. 1 to go. Q12. What did Margaret Thatcher's longest-serving cabinet minister famously call one of his dogs? Tax, budget, chancellor. Will this Q be your best friend? Let's find out. 3 names that would have put him on the RSPCA's radar, but what did Geoffrey Howe actually call his dog? He was Thatcher's loyal chancellor, but he didn't want to share his title with a doggy. And proving that tax is too taxing, it's budget for the win. And sound as a hound, 12 winners today. Woof, woof. What a game. 12 winners. That rarely happens, but it makes it super exciting with all that super savagery. You are the best of the best, and you are taking home £83 and 33 pence each. So massive congratulations to Kaja Paramo, who has a dog in the picture, so, go figure, well done there. To Lord Scopey, who's upside down but hanging on by his feet, which is impressive. To Iniesta Matt, who I don't know if it's the younger of the two people in that photo with the bow tie or the older, but whichever one, you won it. Well done, my HQ chums. Nice work as ever. Pedigree, in fact. I am Beric Livingstone, and that's my ats. Stop by and say hi. Send me a shout request. Always good to hear from you. We have our themed show on Thursday, which will be all things art. Meanwhile, we're back tonight. The next game is at 9 p.m, and it'll be our regular round of challenging questions, interesting stories, and wonderful wonga. Hope to see you then. Have a great afternoon. Bye.